In this episode, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of succession planning. It's a topic that affects businesses of all sizes, families, and even entire nations, but it's often shrouded in jargon and complexity. We're going to break it all down, Lily, making it accessible and engaging for everyone.
Absolutely, Sophia. Succession planning at its core is all about preparing for the future. It's about ensuring a smooth transition of power, responsibilities, and leadership when key individuals step down, retire, or, well, unfortunately pass away. It's less about the who and more about the how and the why. Think of it like meticulously planning a relay race. You need to know who's running next and ensure a seamless handoff of the baton.
Exactly. And the baton can be anything from a family business passed down through generations to the leadership of a major corporation. We'll explore the different aspects of succession planning, from identifying potential successors to developing comprehensive training programs and establishing clear communication strategies.
Let's start with the basics. What are some of the key reasons why businesses and organizations need a robust succession plan?
Well, the most obvious reason is to maintain stability and continuity. Imagine a company suddenly losing its CEO with no clear plan for who takes over. Chaos ensues. There's potential for loss of market share, decreased employee morale, and even financial instability. Succession planning mitigates that risk. It keeps things running smoothly, ensuring the ongoing success of the organization.
Absolutely. It's about preserving the legacy, the knowledge, and the established processes. Imagine a family-run bakery, for example. Generations of recipes, customer relationships, and business acumen are all at risk if there's no plan for the next generation to take the reins. Losing that accumulated wisdom is like losing a priceless heirloom.
Precisely. And it's not just about avoiding chaos, it's about maximizing opportunities. A well-executed succession plan allows an organization to strategically leverage its existing talent and groom future leaders. It's a proactive approach to nurturing growth and seizing new opportunities. It's about building for the future, not just reacting to the present.
Speaking of nurturing talent, what are some key steps involved in identifying and developing potential successors?
It's a multifaceted process, Lily. First, you need to clearly define the roles and responsibilities that need to be filled. Then you have to assess your existing talent pool. Who has the skills, experience, and potential to step into those roles? This often involves performance reviews, competency assessments, and 360-degree feedback.
Right? And you don't just focus on skills, you also need to consider personality and leadership style. Not everyone is cut out for leadership. Some individuals excel in execution, while others are natural strategists. Finding the right fit for the role is crucial.
Absolutely. It's also important to provide targeted development opportunities. This could include mentorship programs, leadership training, and exposure to different aspects of the organization. The goal is to prepare potential successors for the challenges and responsibilities they'll face.
And what about situations where there's a lack of internal talent?
That's where external recruitment comes into play. But even then, a well-defined succession plan provides a roadmap for finding and integrating new talent seamlessly. You've already identified the skills and experience you need, so the search is more targeted and efficient.
It's all about preparedness, right? Like having a spare tire in your car. You hope you won't need it, but it's incredibly reassuring to have it when you do.
Exactly. Now let's talk about communication. How important is it to communicate the succession plan to stakeholders?
Crucial. Transparency and open communication are paramount. Employees need to understand the plan, their roles in it, and the future of the organization. This minimizes uncertainty, reduces anxiety, and fosters a sense of stability and confidence. It's also important to communicate with customers, investors, and other external stakeholders to ensure they're aware of the transition and understand that business will continue as usual, even with changes in leadership.
Absolutely. Poor communication can lead to rumors, speculation, and even panic. A clear, well-communicated plan helps maintain confidence and prevents potential damage to the organization's reputation.
So what are some common pitfalls to avoid when developing a succession plan?
One common mistake is waiting too long to start the process. Succession planning shouldn't be something you do only when a crisis is imminent. It's an ongoing process of identifying, developing, and grooming future leaders.
Agreed. Another pitfall is failing to involve key stakeholders in the process. This can lead to resentment, resistance, and ultimately a less effective plan. Everyone needs to feel heard and involved.
Absolutely. And another pitfall is assuming that the most senior or longest-serving employee is automatically the best choice for succession. Competency and potential should always be the primary criteria, not tenure.
Great point. Sometimes the best successor might be someone who's been with the company for a shorter period, but possesses the unique skill sets and vision to propel the organization forward. It's all about objective evaluation.
Exactly. Now let's consider the emotional aspect. Succession planning is often a deeply personal process, especially in family businesses or when dealing with the transition of leadership from a long-standing figure.
Yes, there's often a strong emotional component. It's about letting go of control, accepting change, and trusting the next generation or the newly appointed leader. This requires emotional intelligence and effective communication to navigate the sensitivities involved.
And it's not just about the outgoing leader, it's about the incoming leader as well. They might feel immense pressure to live up to expectations, and they need support and guidance during this transition.
Absolutely. Mentorship and a supportive team are critical during this period. The incoming leader needs to feel confident and empowered to lead, and the existing team needs to be supportive and collaborative.
So how can organizations ensure a smooth transition during the actual succession process?
Careful planning and execution are key. This includes developing a clear timeline for the transition, creating a detailed handover plan, and establishing clear communication channels. It's also important to provide ongoing support and mentorship to the successor.
And it's essential to address any potential conflicts or resistance proactively. Open communication and a clear understanding of roles and responsibilities can prevent misunderstandings and conflicts from arising.
Speaking of conflicts, did you hear about the time two CEOs tried to merge their companies and spent 6 months arguing about whose logo should be bigger on the merged entity's stationery? It's true. They almost torpedoed the whole deal.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious! It really highlights the importance of effective communication and strategic planning, even in seemingly minor details. It just goes to show how critical attention to detail is, even during a momentous transition.
Precisely. It's a reminder that even the smallest details can have a significant impact. Now let's talk about the different types of succession planning. There are several approaches depending on the context and the organization's structure.
Yes, we've been focusing on business succession, but succession planning also applies to family structures, nonprofit organizations, and even governmental bodies. The principles remain similar, but the specifics will vary.
For instance, in family businesses, the succession plan might involve careful consideration of family dynamics and the distribution of ownership and control. It's not just about business, it's about family harmony too.
Absolutely. And in nonprofit organizations, the focus might be on identifying leaders who share the organization's mission and values. It's about ensuring continuity of the organization's purpose and impact.
Right? And in government, succession planning is crucial for ensuring political stability and avoiding power vacuums. Think about how meticulously presidential transitions are planned in many countries. It's a sophisticated form of succession planning on a national scale.
It's truly amazing how widely applicable the principles of succession planning are. Whether it's a small family business or a large multinational corporation, the core concept remains the same: planning for the future to ensure continuity and stability.
And it's not just about avoiding problems, it's about maximizing opportunities. A well-executed succession plan can lead to increased productivity, improved morale, and enhanced growth. It's about building a strong foundation for the future.
Exactly. So, to wrap things up, succession planning is a proactive and strategic process that involves identifying, developing, and transitioning leaders. It's crucial for maintaining stability, continuity, and growth. Ignoring it is akin to sailing a ship without a rudder. You might get lucky for a while, but eventually, you'll be in trouble.
Perfectly put. Remember, it's about more than just replacing individuals. It's about preserving the legacy, nurturing talent, and building a sustainable future for the organization. So, start planning today. Don't wait for a crisis. anticipate it.
And don't forget the importance of communication and emotional intelligence throughout the entire process. It's a human endeavor, after all. And sometimes even the most meticulous plans require a bit of humor to navigate the complexities of human interaction.
Speaking of humor,